They paved my road when I was 7 or 8 years old, and that spun my world upside down. I mean, I thought I had it made until that point. We rode that school bus that first day, and I came home, and that was the first time I'd ever looked at my own situation and was like, oh, fuck, I'm poor. And I remember thinking, I gotta do everything I can to get out of here. You know, I wasn't brought up to think about going to college. I either got a job or I went to the military. My brother served for 16 years. He was a combat medic for a special forces team. He got shot in the back of his helmet by a sniper. They found him unfit for duty and just discharged him with a traumatic brain injury and a whole host of other health problems that him and his family were left just to figure out what they were going to do. And sadly, he's not unique in that aspect of being forgotten and left behind. We have this situation where we have over 1 million military personnel and veterans that receive food stamps every year because they can't feed themselves. That just didn't make a lick of sense to me. I started the Growing Warriors in 2012, just about the same time my brother was transitioning back to Kentucky. When you think about the type of industry that typically takes place in central Appalachia, you're looking at coal and manufacturing. And those are both very extractive industries. I mean, they pull things out without giving back. Industrial hemp is a community building industry. It's not a let's come in and take what we can get and leave type of industry.
I don't think there's anything more direct, more empowering, or more exciting that you could do for someone in modern society, but help them reconnect in the way that, you know, some of our ancestors had the privilege of that everyday connection. And American hemp could offer that.
We've got enough rain, we got enough water, and we got enough farmers. We got a lot of farmers. We got a lot of small and mid-scale farms out here who are dying to figure out that holy grail of stability.
Industrial hemp has played a key role really in the founding of this country. The cannabis plant can produce a sundry of products that are food, feed, fiber, and fuel that have no psychoactive properties at all. Unfortunately for American farmers, industrial hemp has found its place on Schedule 1 of the Controlled Substances Act. During the Farm Bill Act, it was just put into law a year ago, there was an amendment to the Farm Bill that would allow research and development of projects at the state level.
Because Kentucky emerged as this political opening, Mike Lewis and Growing Warriors, the nonprofit that he directs, was able to access seed.
We had actually gotten our seed in April of 2014. The DEA didn't agree that we had a right to plant the crop. They said they were going to arrest us for breaking the law. That following Monday, they were in federal court in Louisville, and Judge Rayburn had sided with us. Took our seeds up and got them registered, certified, brought them home, and threw them in the ground really quickly before anybody changed their mind. So this is technically the first hemp crop in Appalachia.
Yes, it is. The first legal harvest. I'm 7th generation, and if you're from Eastern Kentucky or Appalachia, there's one thing that you've had in your blood at some point in time, and that's just you've lived off the land.
What's the word in town?
people still kind of standing back and waiting to see what happens. The one question that I get asked the most is, what the hell are you going to do with this stuff?
The grant from Patagonia allowed the veterans to build a machine to actually process their hemp by hand, because there was no infrastructure. They couldn't do it any other way. You learn the quality of the fiber. You learned its texture, its strength.
Right now, you can really feel the farm in the cloth.
The first American flags that were made in this country were made of industrial hemp.
That flag represents what this country could be.
Thank you. This is an extreme privilege and an honor. I would first like to thank every man and woman that has put on a uniform in defense of our fellow citizens. From a simple hemp seed came the means to make the cordage that was converted into the sails and ropes that brought the first explorers to America, and later would feed the printing presses that would organize our first militias and ultimately helped us declare our independence. In 2014, with the help of some fellow veterans, we planted hemp seeds on our farm, and much like those earlier settlers, we embarked on a journey into uncharted waters. We chose to grow and create an American flag on principle, I suppose. As we have lost our connection with the land and the people who fed us, we've lost our sense of community, and more importantly, our sense of place. The flag represents the collective history and future of an entire nation of people, our people. So it shouldn't be made anywhere other than here, and it should most certainly not be made cheaply. In the end, there is more than just fiber that tears and fades when you use cheap goods to hold things together. It is no secret that America needs more farmers, but we need the tools to be successful. And industrial hemp is a cornerstone for financial and resource stability on the family farm. We are just one small team with limited resources, and we took simple seeds and we turned them into this flag that represents the strength and the ingenuity of the American farmer. I can only imagine what wonders we will see when every American farmer has the opportunity to grow this amazing crop. Thank you. I vividly remember growing up on my family's farm and leaving. And I remember how that felt when I had to leave. So I hope that this represents an opportunity for me to give my kids an option to stay in a place, to know a place, and to be from a place, not to be somebody like me who spent 40 years figuring out where I belonged.
Try not to drop it, man. It's a controlled substance. I think we're gonna need more than that. What do you think? We don't want to sacrifice quality for speed, okay? We can't do it. We were out here walking, and the moon was coming up through the hollow, and Roscoe came running over. He remarked that he thought we should stay here forever. It was pretty nice, so I thought, well, I guess that kind of makes the decision for us on whether or not we stay and take care of this piece of ground.